there's hypocrisy there when we try to absolve Jewish people from saying that if you say something against them, they shut you down. I remember you cut that mic on. I was gonna finish. Now, you of all people shouldn't be cutting that mic on as long as you be talking and we be sitting there quiet. Now, you of all people shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, she shut me down. She was tired of hearing me talk. Now, she done talked the longest on this stage. Ain't gonna cut her mic on. About 20 minutes, be your own people. But she Jewish, so you gotta be careful. No, I'm joking. I had a conversation. Anybody getting their feelings, you know what I mean? We having fun up here, I thought anyway. So when
we did have some people submit some questions online. There's some good ones on here, but select two. All right, the first one. Why are Jews so effectively able to organize against anything or anyone that criticizes a Jewish person and label all such criticism as anti-Semitism?
I'll start off by saying that America sends over $36 billion to them every year, number one. Plus, they control Hollywood, they control media, they control the NBA, the NFL, if you look at the owners. So they control a lot. And the reason why they control a lot is because of their unity. What we need to do is look at how they operate so that we can unify amongst ourselves as Black people. Thank you.
I'm sorry, but we're doing it again. This is what I'm talking about. You can't say they unanimously Jews control anything, because Jews also look like me. Jews haven't been historically brown. Jews right now come from places like Jerba and Tunisia, and Ethiopia, and Africa, and all sorts of places where our melanin is bright and beautiful. And you cannot say them and not include us. There's education that has to happen among us as people of color to be able to really stand up against anti-Semitism, because the protocols of the Elder of Zion were actually used in this country to propagate not just anti-Semitism, but white supremacy. When Jews couldn't get a job at Ford, neither could Black folk. When Jews were not allowed on the island of Manhattan, neither were Black folk. When Jews came to this country in the name of religion, were told that they were people who in their blood were so craving of money that they couldn't trade, and therefore were left out of the ability to be able to trade as real people in this country, real humans who came from oppression, looking for a better life. That also was happening to Black folk. We got to stop saying they unanimously and leaving out the truth, which is that these Jews that we think entirely represent white people is our buying into white supremacy, because the original Jews were not white. They included people who look like me. And I don't need to go through anybody else's translation to be able to talk about castigating the folks who are Jews that I claim as mine as being folks who are diverse, folks who have had historical melanin, folks who have various different entry points and various different political views. We got to stop saying they. Because when you talk about we send them money, what you're talking about is Israel. And Israel is also a place that is representative of multiple races and multiple cultures. And historically, that region of the world has never been white either. We've given white supremacy a pass and allowing that to become the truth of today's reality. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to ask you to take that back.
Thank you, my sister. I appreciate that. And I believe in the context of the question, we weren't talking about Black Jews, with all due respect. Thank you.
I think that white supremacy includes Jewish people. I'm sorry to say it. For all this stuff about Jewish people, if you go through history, Jewish people owned slaves too in North Carolina. So they're not going to get a pass, and they're impersonating people that are the children of the book. When I went over to Israel, for all this love that the Israelis are supposed to have, there's a section of Black people. I met him. So I go to Israel and I meet the brother, and he shows me the section where Black people never left Israel. During the expulsion of 70 AD, you had a portion of Black people that never left Israel. You know where the Israelis have them? In the prison section. That's where they have them. If we go 1964, when Ben Amin and them took those brothers and they said, we the children of Israel, and they go back into Israel, Israelis wouldn't let them in there at all. And the only way they would let them in there is if they converted to Judaism and they sacrificed their kids into the military. And just 3 years ago, they told them they was going to transport them. And you got black people saying on camera, we did what you wanted. We converted to your religion. We gave you our children. What more do we have to give? So when the brother brought out, they run a diamond district, they run Hollywood, they get funded by America. That's just facts. The government of them is no less white supremacist than the American government. And that's why when you say something against Jewish people, they shut you down. Selectively, though, because nobody shuts down Amazon. If we're going to put it in proper context, that Hebrews and Negroes been on that site since 2015. Nobody said nothing about that until Kyrie Irving makes a post. And for all the uproar they doing to Kyrie Irving, a black man, nobody's going to the owner of Amazon and saying, we're going to boycott you. But they made sure Kyrie couldn't play. That's Jewish people that did that. Why didn't they have the same energy for the owner of Amazon that they had for Kyrie, that they had for Brooklyn? They're telling Brooklyn, you're going to lose this, and Brooklyn's so worried about losing their sponsorship. Who also helped Adidas, which has German ties. There's hypocrisy there when we try to absolve Jewish people from saying that if you say something against them, they shut you down. I remember you cut that mic on. Now, you of all people shouldn't be cutting that mic on as long as you be talking and we be sitting there quiet. Now, you of all people shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, she shut me down. She was tired of hearing me talk. Now, she done talked the longest on this stage. Ain't gonna cut her mic on. About 20 minutes, be your own people. But she Jewish, so you gotta be careful. No, I'm joking. I had a conversation. Anybody getting their feelings, you know what I mean? We having fun up here, I thought anyway. So when I had a conversation one time, I'm at Motor Vehicles in Jersey City, New Jersey, and I'm having a conversation. This guy asked me, what is all the issues? Why do the issues with America, Israel, and Palestine? I said, the problem with America trying to resolve the issues is they're pro-Israel, and the Jewish man got upset at me. And all I was simply saying is, if you're supposed to be the mediator between the issue between two nations, but you're pro one, you're not going to be able to mediate that. So we have to stop acting like there ain't an agenda, that you can't say anything anti. There's nothing Kyrie said that was anti anything. Anything. Only thing he didn't do was apologize for sharing a documentary that was on there for years before he ever said it, and we're not seeing it. Them attack Amazon, and that owner of Amazon said, I'm not taking the DVD down. I'm not taking the book down. Nobody's saying nothing to him, but he has the complexion for the protection. Kyrie does not. Are you?
All right. Well,